methods that are working for me. And basically, we're also going to look at how to move money from Coinbase over to GDAX. And now in this challenge, you may be using a different service. There's different trading services. Some of these are not available in some countries. And so, but these methods that I'm using, while the menus may look different, they will basically be the same. So we're going to talk about methodology here and not about specifics of exactly which button to click type of thing. That way you can apply this to anything. So let's take a look at my setup here. I'm using GDAX and I'm funding from Coinbase. And so here is my Coinbase account, and I've got, I've got some transactions that I've done. I've tested some offline storage and everything. This is what this is down here. And we're going to get into wallets tomorrow. We're going to talk a little bit about this, about the big questions about being ready for forks and everything. And in fact, Ethereum forked last night. So I moved it over in the hopes that something would happen, and nothing did. So, or at least I don't know if it did yet. And so I've got Ethereum in here. I've got 0.2 of an Ethereum. It says it's worth 71 bucks right now, 71.93. When I moved it over yesterday, same amount here, it was worth 71.35. So it's gone up in value just a little bit. And it's kind of interesting to see these changes as you move stuff back and forth. But anyway, so it's real easy. Once you've got yourself funded, which if you did your buy-in and you had to do it with a credit card, then you were forced to, or you will be forced to, make a purchase in one of the currencies, Ethereum, Litecoin, or Bitcoin. So you can purchase in any one of them. Now, the dollar amount is going to change from the time you purchase to the time of the start of the challenge. It's just going to happen. Hopefully it goes up and you're ahead of the game. Or you can go in and you can try and sell. But to get that $100 exact is going to be difficult. And I'm realizing this now. We didn't realize this at the very beginning of planning all of this out. Now, if you were funding with a bank account, then you could go direct into US dollars. So, or into euros or whatever. That takes many days though. And they've just announced that it's going to take less time, but it still may not take enough. You still may not make it in time if you're doing it right now. So, but the credit card stuff is pretty instant. They charge you 1% more for the credit card stuff. Okay, so I've got this balance in here, and this could be, just pretend that this is the balance that you purchased, and that it's $100 worth. And so you go into GDAX. Now GDAX, you log in with the same login and password that you do with Coinbase. And so they are connected together. They are part of the same company. And this is just the trading portion. Now, to deposit funds, let's see here. In my Ether here, you can see here that I've got 0 funds in here. And whoo, look at that spike. There was money to be made right there. We missed it. We're going to go over that stuff. So I'm going to show you all the methods that I've been using, and I've been playing with several methods of, making the money. Yes. So, okay, we're going to deposit. So to take out stuff and send it to the, to Coinbase, you would do a withdrawal. And to do a deposit, you click on deposit. Now I'm going to hide my screen here for just a second here. I'm just going to make sure that it doesn't show any information that, that I don't want you to see. Okay. Now, so deposit funds. I'm not going to click on bank accounts. It's going to show my bank information. I'm not going to show bank wire. And this is from my Coinbase account. You can also fund from another account. So if you have an offline wallet or whatnot, you click on that and you can take it from your offline wallet. Okay, so now this is my Coinbase account, and it says that I'm going to use this source here. And now it's kind of a pain in the ass if there's not a button that says at all. But what I have to do here is 0.2119536 and deposit those funds. Okay, done. Great. They're in here. It's that quick. There's no delay. Okay, now, so this is 0.21, and I sold these right here, or purchased these at 328 and 338, and we're at 343 right now. Sweet. Okay, we're going to sell some of this. So I'm going to say 0.1, and we're going to do 343.20. All right, so I have a sell order in here. It's right here. And then I'm going to do another one that I'm going to do the whole amount. So I'm going to click on the amount here, and it comes up with a little thing that says pre-fill all. Look at that, it already sold. Okay, so we are going on a trip here. Okay, so let's put this at, and I'm making sure that these are above. Let's see here, 344.98. And so it's going to sell all of it. If it hits that 344.98, now it's doing some big jumps right now. It could very well, and it could go up much higher. And I could be, in hindsight, saying, wow, I should have asked for more. But both of these are above where I purchased. So my purchases were for 328 and 338. And so I am above this, which means I make money. So in very simple terms, it means I make money. And now you'll notice that I used limit up in here. And the reason I used limit is that this doesn't charge anything. So look at that, it just sold. Look at that, it went all the way up to 347, and I just sold at 343. Wow, you see that jump? Holy cow. I could have asked for more, but now I have money to play with. So now these jumps are pretty big. I'm looking at, and this is just my theories here, okay? So these jumps are pretty big. There could be another big jump here. Do I want to get in right now? Maybe. You know, up here, it has been higher. Let's see here. And that was 4 hours ago or so. And what's the likelihood of it getting up to here again? Pretty likely. You know, what's the likelihood of it getting up here to where I've had 2 peaks in here? Very likely. So let me put in a buy order. And we're just going to do this real quick. And it's at 344.52. And what did I just sell for? You know, okay, here's the deal. I really want to buy at lower than what I paid. Otherwise, I could have just held on to it. But we're going to do it anyway. Let's see, 344.5. And, oops, that's not how much I want. We want 344.5. This may change, may very well change before I get in here. And 0.1. Actually, let's do 0.01. And it's already gone down, so I'm going to have to change that to 4. Okay, placing the buy order. It's right there. 344.4. So it's 1.5 cents above the buy price that I put in there. And let's go, and how much did I do? 0.01. So these are costing me $3 each. And keep them low. Keep them at 0.01 when you're starting out doing this stuff, because it'll cost you much less. And you'll notice it's not charging me any fees. You'll see this one here charged me a fee of 20 cents. And that's because I purchased by hitting the market button here. And I set up, I just set an amount here of how much money I was going to spend. I could pre-fill all and put buy order in, and it'll buy at whatever the current rate is, and it's going to charge me 0.25%. Now, in very small orders, 0.25% let's see, to get up to 1 cent, quarter of a percent is going to be $4. You spend less than $4, you're still spending a penny. And so you better make more than a penny in profit. You should probably make 3 or 4 pennies if you're going to be doing that. And so you need to think about that. Like this trade here, I need to make more than 20 cents because I spent 20 cents on that. And so I got, when I sell, I got to make more than that. Okay, so we're going to do another 0.01. And we're going to put it at, oh, I already bought that other one too. Wow. Okay, we're going to put it at 344.20. And so there is my buy order. You see it right here. If it dips down to 20, we're gonna be able to sell. Okay, so I also just purchased this 344.40, which means I have some Ethereum here. I just bought that other one too. Okay, so we're gonna go over to sell. And we're gonna look at these last 2 trades. So 344.40, I need to place it higher than that. So I'm gonna do 345.40. And so I'm putting that up as wrong amount. Okay. I get these. I'm dyslexic, folks. I get these backwards. It's a good thing it stops me from buying so much because I don't have the right amount of money. Although I have put in buy orders before at, like stupid 10 cents when I wanted 300 Bitcoin, or whatever, or 500 Bitcoin. Anyway, I've done that a couple of times. And luckily, it's not caused me any harm. If I make a mistake buy on something like that, and it really hurts, then I will have to figure out a method of keeping me from doing that. But so far, that hasn't happened. It's so far out of whack on the numbers that it hasn't bit me. So that's good, but I'm just saying. Okay, so now I'm going to go at 345.40, and I'm doing these in order here. So these were a couple of buys. Now I'm going to sell. And so basically I'm making a penny because it's 345 and when I bought it, it was 344. Makes sense. Okay, so I place that sell order here. You see it here. Okay, now I'm going to place this other one. I've got another one here. And I'm doing 0.01 just because it'll allow us more trades and allow us to play with this some more. And then this other one is going to be 345.20. I'm just going up $1 on each one of these. And so here they are. They're both for sale here. And when the transactions happen, you'll see them here. So now this is very volatile, which means there's money to be made. Anytime you see the big candles like this, and especially with the big wicks, it means that this has gone all the way up here and all the way back down. And this is, I'm set at a 5-minute thing here. So it's all good. Okay, we're still below this amount here, which is kind of the upper range where I think it's going to go in the near future. And I want to basically make a bunch of buy orders here. Okay, 0.01, and we're going to go 343.9. So that's where it's about at. Okay, and then I'm going to go 0.01, and I'm going to go 343.8. And you can put the spread on these further if you want and do higher dollar amounts. It just depends on, how much you want to put out on each one. I believe, for myself, okay, 343.8 was the last one. Okay, we're going to do 0.7. See, I'm going down on these, and you see these little dots appearing here. And 343.6. Now, I'm only making a penny each time, but it is also just $3, $3.50 trades. So we're going to load up a bunch of these, and they may all fill at once. It's possible. We got plenty of money to play with here, so. you know, I want to load up maybe 10 of these. And so I'm just making them 10 cents apart. And then if we get this all filled up, we will be able to switch over to another currency if we want. And so okay, so we'll go one more in here. $3.40, oops, not 3.9, 2. Okay, so I've got all these buy orders in here, and if I want to get these to clear, I have to refresh the page. They will clear on their own, but if I want to get them to clear, then I have to refresh the page. So I've got basically, I've got 10 or 11 orders in here, and they're all lined up along here. And so if it dips down, it's sitting pretty stable right at the moment, but if it dips down, it'll start buying, and then it'll start listing again for sale. Now, if I wanted to make 1% on each one of these, which is the goal of the challenge, to make 1%, then I would, you know, if one of these sold, like this 343.9, then I would be selling it like 347.5 or whatever, something like that. So yeah, okay, I just sold a couple. Notice that those two sold, the 344.2 and the 344.4, and so we made a penny on each. Okay, now if we were to buy whole coins, then the scale of how much we made would be different. And so on these, I mean, they're very, oh wait, they didn't sell, did they? Did I not have, did they sell while I wasn't looking? Huh. Okay, so they sold already. Yeah, I get, you know, sometimes it's hard to keep up. Okay, so we're just going to leave this here for a bit, although, you know, it's up higher now. And what about all these buy orders down here? Okay, so let me explain how I do this. And so it's at 344.78 right now. Actually, we're gonna do some more buys. And so we're gonna go 344.7. Now you say, why am I? Oops, it went down. Okay, 344.1. Now you say, why am I placing orders at a higher rate? It doesn't matter what the rate is. It matters whether or not there's going to be market volatility, and I think I'm going to be able to sell it. So, okay, that one was just filled. So 344.1. So now I've got momentum on this. I'm moving stuff on this. So 344.1, I've got my 0.1. I'm going to sell 0.01. And let's just say that we want to make more than just 10 cents on it or a penny on it. But let's see. So 345. Actually, let's say we want to make 2 cents. 346.1. So we're adding 2 cents to that. If you do 2 of those, you'll be over the 1%. If you transfer that money, you know, you roll over that money twice. Okay, so I put the sell order in. Now it's up here. Now it was up to 347.48 at the highest here. What are the chances of hitting this? Really good. Really good. So, okay, we're going to put in another buy order. Oh, did we just fill a bunch more stuff? Yeah, we did. Okay, so it got down into these buys. Okay, so let's add, we're going to add $2 to each one of these. Okay, so 343.9, 0.01, 345.9, I'm adding $2. I'm going to make 2 cents because we're doing 1%. That's why. If we were doing whole things, If we were doing whole coins, we'd make $2 per. And 1%, by the way, is going to be $3.50. You know, it'd be $3.50. So if we do this twice, like I said, we're gonna make money. Okay, so there's another sell order, and I do these kind of in order of how they appear on here. So 343.8, 0.01, 345.8, because I'm going up $2 each time, and we're going to place the sell order. And okay, so now, and that was okay. Let me refresh this. Okay, so it looks like I purchased another one here. Okay, so we did the 343.8. Now we're going to do the 343.7, 0.01, 345.7. Oops, sell. Click on sell. It actually, if you place the number higher, it won't let you if you accidentally are on buy. Now, also, big question is fees. You notice I'm not paying any fees for these, and it's because I'm placing these limit orders. If I do market, it's going to charge me, and it's around 1/3% and lower. So on these that are under $4, 1/3% is going to be a penny. So maybe a little bit more than a penny. And I do believe that this does remainders in balances and stuff. There's a little bit of, I don't know. They might be siphoning off those little remainders or something. I have no clue. There's a lot of conspiracy people out there that say stuff like this. Me, I would think that they would be down, you know, that they would be accurate to the 1/10 of a penny or something like that. But I don't really know. So, okay, so I did this other sell, which the higher numbers are at the bottom, lower numbers are at the top. And so I have my sell orders down here. And I put in a minute ago the 345.8. Okay, so I need to do the 345.7. So I put that in, okay? And now I need to do 345.6. And it's not a rush to get your sell orders back up unless you think the market's going to go down. Because if it takes you a little while to put your sell orders back up and the market moves up several bucks, who cares? Just start placing them higher where you can start selling them. And but don't get too greedy. That's a problem here. So I see it all the time. And now when it's the middle of the night, I may place some kind of wild type orders that maybe I'll just get really lucky. But the rest of the time, I'm just real steady. I want to make my 1%. Okay, so now I did the 345.6, and so I got to do the 345.5. Oh, I don't have any left. What did I do with it? That's really interesting. Okay. Did I place it at a different price? Or maybe I put in the wrong amount on one of these? No. Okay, well, I must have miscalculated somewhere. Okay, so, or I duplicated one of them. It's possible. So, yeah. Okay, well, there we have it. So, okay. Now, so there's movement still happening here. I could do some more buys. And what's the likelihood that this is going to hit up here? Well, it's pretty likely. My goal here, if I'm making, 2% on each one, or $2 on each one, see, the math here is that 1% will be $3.43. So, so I'd have to make on these little trades 3.5 cents in order to make my 1%. And so, which if these are 2 cents each, it means that I have to do them twice in order to get over that. And, so this is all your money, meaning that you can, okay, so this isn't a really small scale right here, but what if I just put in, orders that were a lot more money? Like here I have 6% of a 6/100ths of a Bitcoin, and I placed it astronomically high on the sell. This 0.6, I think, was a combination of these two purchases here at 51.72 and 54.09. And so, if I sold right now because it's at 57 something, I'm instantly making profit. But I also want to kind of hold on to my Bitcoin. I haven't been trading in Bitcoin so much because I've been holding. I mean, it just keeps going up and up and up. And so I've done a bit of holding of it. And that's another method. So you could look at this cryptocurrency challenge and say, okay, here is, we're going to do 30 days or whatever. And, so actually Coinbase shows this really well. And, our goal is to make, 1% a day, which is going to equal a little over 30%. But if you look at the Bitcoin here and you say, okay, I'm going to put my $100 in Bitcoin and I'm just going to let it sit there. I don't have to trade nothing. I bought the Bitcoin. All I do is sell it at the end of the challenge. And you would, if today were the last day of the challenge and you'd done that, you'd be making 49%. So that's not bad. This was up 70-some% earlier, but it's a sliding thing here. So you could just buy and hold, and that be your whole method. Now, if the market crashes on Bitcoin, then your method's not going to work too well. But there is money to be made even in a market going down. It's just it takes a little bit more finessing. So on the stuff going down here, see, this goes down and then it goes back up. So if you buy down in this range and then you sell up in this range, you're still doing okay. So and you can make your percentage points there. So just because a market's going down, not a big deal. Is it harder to make money? Yes. But can it still be done with this method of just buying low, selling high? Yes. And so, but you can get stuck with money in your account with cryptocurrency in your account a lot easier. And you may have to dump out of some of them sometimes. So this is the thing. When the market's going up, this is super easy. When the market's going down, maybe you hold off and you don't buy until you think you're near the bottom. And if you look at these charts, like, let's see, how far does this go back? This is October 14th and we're on the 16th here. And you look at these charts here. So if I were to start playing right here, and or even right here, the market's going down or whatnot. Well, would I think that the market's going to go up higher from here? No, because this is the top. This is a record right here. So this 84.50 or whatever, or 58.50. This is a record here. And so, do I think that we're going to hit this again anytime soon? No. I mean, yes, but no. When I'm looking at this, I say, okay, what's about 80% of the high, or what if we hit a few times? And if I look at this right here, so I've got a high here, and I've got this right here, which is in the play. I got this right here, this right here. So do I think I could sell at this level? Absolutely. So this is 57.15. So as soon as this goes back down, if it does, I'd buy again and I'd set my sell at like 57.10 or whatever to make sure I hit that. And so I'd be buying at like 5,600, or if the market dropped even more, could be even less and everything. So and this right here, this was when was that? Let's see here. Is that this? That wasn't this morning, or was it? No, it's yesterday morning. It was way down. So it's easy to make a lot of money in that period of time. All right, let's look at how we're doing here. This still seems to be kind of bouncing up and down. The volatility is where you make the money. This is where you make the money. These ups and downs. Stay within these bars here, within these candles, and on your buying and selling, and you'll do beautiful. So now, what if it's another day from now and these still haven't sold? Well, you know what? I've got more money to play with. I'm doing small orders. If those sit up there, I'm fine with it. Because I've got other money to do down here. And let's say I'm doing 1% on each transaction, that I'm actually at a range that's 1%. And so I have, 5 orders up here that haven't sold. So what does that tell me? It just means that I need to turn all of these over plus another 5 in a transaction per day, and I've made my 1%. Now, is it that the 1%, will that be, obtainable each time and everything? That's up to you to decide. So you can do more trades, you can get more success by doing it at a lower amount. Let's look at Litecoin here. So I have some purchases here, which purchase orders that I set up here, and these are all, that one's 0.01. I had meant to do 0.1, but anyway, so these are, 1/10 of a coin, and I have enough money that I could do a full coin, and I purchased here while I wasn't looking, while we were looking at the other stuff. So 64 or 63.42, and I could sell for $1 more right now. So, and with these, I've been just doing $2 or $1 in between with Litecoin, which basically nets me more than 1% on each one of them. It's not quite 2%, it's more than 1%. So what I can do here is I've got this 63.42, and so I'm going to put that at 64.50. Let's see, limit, sell, 0.1, 64.50. Actually, let's do 46. All right, so that's just a half a cent above. It's right there. And then this 63.50, so we're going to do 0.1, and we're going to do 64. Okay, did we just sell that one? Yeah. 60, because it's going up. Okay, so I just sold that one. Okay, so basically these are $6 orders, and in this one I paid $63.42, which was actually $6.42. No, $6, 6.342. So I don't know if it's doing the remainders on these or not. I actually don't know the answer to that. So I would assume that our currency up here, it doesn't go out any further than that. But obviously it is on here and everything. So yeah, I don't know how that's working. Okay, so 63.42 is what I paid for it, and then I sold it at 64.46. So minus 6.46. So I made 11.8 cents on that trade. And so on a $6 order, 11.8 cents is almost double. So I made my 1%. And now, how many out of my $100 that I start with, how many $6 orders can you do? Well, so what, it's going to be 15 or so. and 16. And so that's not a whole lot to manage. And now you say, okay, well, why don't I just put it all into one? So let's go buy, and we're going to buy a whole Litecoin, and we're going to buy it at 64.60. And okay, I have my buy order rejected. Buy 1, 64.60 total. I got enough money. Why was it rejected? Okay, success now. Okay, so I've got my buy order for a whole coin. It must have dipped down and back up again. So if this goes down at all, I'll get the buy-in, and I'm not paying any fee for this. So, and then I sold. Okay, so I don't have any Litecoin at the moment. Looks like I sold the other two. And I could go this 0.1 again. So we still have money to play with. And we go 64.50. Place that buy order. 0.1, 64.40. 0.1, 64.30. 0.1, 64.20. Okay, so I've got these all spaced out here, just waiting for the market to happen, waiting for it to go down. You know, the 64.50 right here, I may hit that one. So, you know, in short order, we'll see. Now, I have these other ones down here that are like 63.20 and stuff like that. And let's say I've run out of money here to play with. Okay, so I then cancel these. These are buy orders. So I cancel them, and you can see my balance going back up. Okay, so I've canceled those. And then there's still a few of them in here, and they'll highlight if you hover over these. Okay, I'm just going to leave those other ones in there, but if I needed more, you know, to kind of close this gap here, and so buy, and we had 64.20, so we want to go 64.10. Oops, I want to go 0.1, 64.10. Place that buy order, and so there it is, and then 0.1. And then 64, place that buy order, and you see you can get them all going on up here. So now if it pops down again and we get this at the 64, what about 64.60, then, you know, I put it up at 65.60 and I will have made $1. So, you know, just in that one trade, if I do that, just that one, then I'll be at my $101. I'll have made my 1% for the day off of the whole thing. So by doing it $1. Okay, now, is it going to hit that? Well, the trend looks a little bit like it's going back up again. So it may not. It may not. But, you know, we don't have to stop right there. We can go back over to the Ethereum stuff here. And it looks like I have not purchased any Ethereum. So I have these purchases and I have this for sale, and it's sitting right here in the middle. And so now I have some money. So let's just start bringing it current, because it's about the transactions. It's not about the dollar amount. It's about just buying and selling for a little bit higher. There's plenty of room in the market right here. It is getting kind of high right here, but it's still plenty of room. Let's look at the 5-minute one. Yeah, I still think it's room. If it was in a record high, I would give a little bit of pause to that. You know, if it was at an extreme high that hadn't been seen for a while. So we're going to go 0.01. And by the way, buy orders, it doesn't cost you anything to place them or to sell them when you do them as limits. And if you need to cancel it and do something else, that's fine. So I do have 2 sell orders here for the same amount. Maybe that's where I accidentally put that other one that went missing. Okay, so 344.7. There it is right there. $344.6. $344.5. Now you say, why don't I use an application to do this for me? Yeah, it's possible. But for what we are doing here, I think that it is good of you to do them manually to start and to learn what you're doing, you know, going through all of this. If you want to graduate to a bot, bots cost money. You have to cover the expense of that. They'll do exactly what you tell them to. And if you tell them to do something wrong, they can lose you a ton of money, especially if they're automated and you go to sleep. Yeah. So really, you know, get to know what you're doing. And so let's see here. Oh, it looks like I purchased some. What is this weird amount? It looks like it purchased part of it, but didn't get all of it. Okay. So 344.2. And 0.01. 344.1. And then I have enough for just one more. Okay, so I've got all these buy orders in here, and it looks like this one's been filled now. So, and I filled it at 344.7. It filled in 2 parts. Okay, that's okay. So now we're going to sell this one at 346.7. You know, get 2% or just, well, how about 345.7? It says 346 here is the total. Okay. So we put that sell order in. And it's right here. Looks like I have a 345.6 in there as well. I put in 20 minutes ago. I have 2 of them here at 345.7. Now you say, okay, well, you already had a 345.7. Do you need a second one? It doesn't matter. On the sells, you know, you're still making your percentage, your spread. And so just run with it. If you end up with a dozen of them there and then they all sell at once, that's fine. Because you paid lower and then they sell and then you have more money to work with. So, all right, so now this is just sitting and waiting. Now, what if I want to be a little bit more impatient and try and get some stuff in here, or I've got these here and I want to go over to Litecoin again and see about, you know, what I can get in here. You know, maybe I want some more money to work in here. I could cancel those and I could come over here and do that. Or I could cancel these and move them around too. So they don't cost anything because they are buy orders. So I'm kind of waiting. It could. 64.6. It's almost there. It's almost there. We can get that purchase and then I can put it up for sale. So, and I'll be happy if I make $1 off of that, and I'm at $100 on the whole thing, and I make $1 off of one trade. Everything else is above the target that that we set. So, and you know, do I think that it'll hit that higher amount? Yeah, I do. I mean, it's, you know, hit up higher up here. So we're not talking anything astronomical. And so if I put that at, you know, 65.60, and so here's 65.60 right here. And does it look like it very well hit that again? Yeah, might be tonight, but I could hit it again. So I'm very confident it'll hit it. The market is so volatile that that it doesn't bother me at all. And I have had some of them sit for up to like 3 days, and because I've been a little bit stubborn and not taking them out, but I had other money to play with, and so I just tried to do transactions multiple times to cover those that didn't happen, and I just let them sit. Now, you know, should I kill them and then try and do some transactions, you know, with them just taking a little bit of loss or whatnot so I can get the money moving again? I would say that there is reason to do that. And, you know, how long do you let them sit before you kill them and just take a loss and then use the money again to start trading again? It's going to be up to you. I think you could do a statistical analysis and figure it out. I don't know what that is. I have not gone that far. But there is a point to where if your money's not moving, that you need to get it moving again. And you take a loss, and then you do a couple of trades to cover that loss, and then you're back into profit again. So, but you could get stuck a second time too. And you got to know how to read these, you know, these markets and everything. There are some other tools that I'll be showing you. In fact, in the description here in this video, there is a link for TradingView, which is a much more complex view of these markets. And it's kind of interesting because people can make templates on giving indicators and everything. And there are some people who will want to use that. I am, at least at this point, keeping a little bit simpler view because I believe it's really good to understand really well on kind of a simplistic view to start, get your foundation before you move up into other more complex stuff. And, you know, frankly, there's a lot of things in here I still don't know, and that's okay. You know, we're all learning this. As long as we're making money while we're learning, no problem whatsoever. If we're losing money, then I'm going to be looking like, okay, maybe I need to slow down, settle down, learn a few more things before we start, you know, really doing stuff again. But so far, it hasn't felt like an issue. Okay. So are we going to get back down to this buy here? I don't know. Seems to be going up. It will eventually get there. But, so here's mine right here. It has this little 1.0 there. That's how much I have in. And then if we go up here, and we can't quite see that on the, well, you can see this one that's 288, 231, whatnot. There's another one down here that's 1972 and another 902. Those have to sell before or buy before mine now. So I would have to bid higher to jump in front of those. And let me move my camera here. I would have to bid higher to jump in front of those if I wanted to. Otherwise, I'm going to have to wait here. And that's going to be a little bit of a wait. That is a ton of coins that are in line for purchasing before mine. And I'm grouped in with 35 other coins. So it's not people, this is coins. I sometimes refer to them as people. I'm like, hell, there's a lot of people in on that one. Well, it could be just one person in with a hell of a lot of coins. So we have to wait. And I'm comfortable with waiting. I'm comfortable with being patient and, you know, watching for, you know, 15, 20 minutes, an hour. And if it starts getting way far out of whack, then I may make some changes. But if it goes way up, do I still want to, you know, if it goes way up above this, do I still want to get in there and try and get in on the action? I'm not so sure. You know, there's that may not be what I want to do. So, all right, this is still sitting in the middle. So if we'd placed these at just $1 more on these, let's see, one of these was 345.6, and we would have sold. We would have sold because we're at 344 or 344.9, and this is at 345.6. So we would have sold some of these. Could have turned them around. We have to do more work because it'd be 1/3% at $344 rate. You'd have to do 3 trades to make your 1% instead of like 1.5 when I do it at $2. But it's just how fast paced do you want to be or not want to be? So that is the question. Bitcoin's doing well. I have this sell order up here for $59.91. I don't think it's going to hit. What I thought is that when it hits 6,000, that's going to be a big milestone. And so if this sells just before the 6,000 mark, once it hits the 6,000 mark, I expect it to dip down maybe to like 5,500. That's my thought. I don't know if I'll be right. We'll have to see. But that is my guess. And so if that sells, then I'm going to put in a buy order at like 5,500 for all the money that came from that. And I will have increased the amount of Bitcoin that I have based on that transaction. And then it'll go back up again. This is what the pattern has been, is that it goes up to these highs and then drops down again, goes up to the high, drops down again. This right here, it's still kind of on a high. But if we were to look at another view here, it got up to this high and it dropped down again. And then this high on this day, and it came back down within the same day. These candle wicks indicate the range that it's been in. So there's plenty of room in the market to play in there. So, and this is continuing to go up, which means I'm going to sell these, most likely. And then I may have to put in more buy orders, a little bit higher. I don't know. We'll look and see what it is when that happens. And you can see my sell orders up here. So see those starting to get there. There's 196 that have to sell at this 345 range. It's kind of stuck right there. There's 21 to buy. Sometimes you'll see really big numbers right here, and it'll sit for quite a while. So, but when these get to be low numbers, movement starts happening really fast. So this actually, I could end up buying here pretty shortly. There's going to be a gap, 344.99 down to 344.68. There's nothing in the middle. It's going to jump that much at once if this buy order happens. So, and there may be some other people that jump in between. So we'll see here. Kind of interesting. And you'll see the spread go beyond a penny if that happens. We may see it right here. Maybe about to happen. There it went to 10 cents. 7 and then 1. Some others jumped in there. It did move. Oh, I got a purchase. All right. So I got a purchase off of that. I have several more coming up here. Okay, so I got 344.6. So we're going to sell 0.01, 345.6. So I put that sell order in. It's up in here. And oh, I got another one filled. Okay. This other one was 344.5. 0.01. 345.5. I'm just going up $1 on each one, which just equals really a penny on these. So it's a lot more work for the money, but it's just as an example. And then you can walk away and these will, go on their own. So And sometimes at night, I'll if I have cash left over that I haven't put in, I'll put in something that's really low that I think that it could possibly hit. You know, like if we look at the trend on Ether here, and like this low here, if I go all the way up to here where this has hit a couple of times at like 252.79, so I could do like 260 and I'd fall up into this range. And could it go overnight down to 260? It's unlikely, but it's possible. And so, oh, I just filled all of my other orders. Look at that. Just filled all of them. All right, let's change this view here. And okay, so I have 4 of them that just filled. So it's these 4 here. So 345.4. And then 0.01. 345.3. And then, oh, I just bought more. Holy cow. Hey, let me refresh this. So, yeah, all of these just purchased. All of them. So all the way down to the, yeah, look at that. All of them that I had in here went. So I have 0.09 in here now. And that's a lot of stuff to type in. And let's see here. 345.3, so 344.3. I don't know where I ended up with all this Ether. I sometimes lose a little bit of track here when a whole bunch of orders happen at once. So, but, you know what? So we paid on this set of 9 here. So going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 344, 343.4. Paid that. So let's go 345.4, and that'll cover all of these in one thing. 345 point. Actually, let's just do 346.4. All right, so that covers everything there. It's going to make, you know, $3 on some of them. It's going to be almost a full % on some of these. And so I've got that sell order in there now. I've got a bunch of them in there. And so that's 0.9. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. So I've got 0.21 Ether in play, and that'll all sell up here. And so we'll I'm just gonna let that sit now. And do I think it'll get up there? Yes, because it's actually pretty low right now for the trend right here, and it could continue to go down. It could go down. It might, and if it does, it does. I'll just let this stuff sit here. I'm okay with that. And if this is doing its thing right now, and I want to go look at this, you know, I can go and start playing in the market here. I can cancel all these. I'll have money to play in the market here. And these are just buy orders. They have not been filled yet. So, but I'm going to leave it because this is good enough for today, for the example of this show. Now, will I do more of this offline, you know, today, before the next video or whatnot? Yes. And so, ooh, look at that. I love seeing that. It went all the way up to 65.20. If I can get down there and buy that one at the 64.60, it's possible. It's possible. So where is mine? Mine's all the way down here. I have a ton of stuff in front of mine to sell or to buy. So just have to wait. Okay, so do ask your questions. I am replying to people on the videos with their questions. I'm also using some of them for future video ideas. We do have a couple of live Q&A sessions coming up. They will be happening, one tomorrow and then another one Thursday. So we got 2 of them before we start doing all the trading on Friday. And Friday, anytime, Friday your time, you know, hit that and get started. So this is, it's creeping up on us. And if you haven't signed up yet, and you don't have a cryptocurrency account, hit that link at the bottom for Coinbase. It will give you an extra $10 worth of Bitcoin. It gives me an extra $10 worth of Bitcoin as well as a thank you for the referral of you into there. And Coinbase is what I'm using. I trust it. I trust it enough to have a bunch of my money in there. And, you know, but when we start the challenge, just leave your extra Bitcoin over in Coinbase and we'll do this. So that's what I'll be doing. So I will have $100 balance here Friday morning when I start. And so the Friday morning video that I put in, it'll be me buying. Maybe I'll get some sells right off the bat, but it'll be me buying and talking about, you know, what I hope to achieve from this. And then there's going to be a video every day. And we're going to throw some more live shows in, some live Q&A sessions while we're trading. And I'm going to tabulate, you know, how well I'm doing. So there's going to be a spreadsheet that I'll make available to everybody that you'll be able to copy. And it'll allow you to put in your daily totals and will help you figure that up, because you look at all this and you go, oh my God, this is so complicated. Yes, it is a little bit complicated, and you know, but we're gonna put those. I'm gonna put that together, make it as easy as possible for you. I will show mine daily, and we will take it from there. So I wish everybody great success. So far, I am being successful, and this is a really simplistic way of looking at buying and selling here in the markets, and I think that 99% of you are going to be able to replicate this as well. And as we go, we will get into the more complex methods and see how well we can do. So I'm Marky Dragon. Take care, and don't forget to leave your comments.